This should stop every American in their tracks. A 37-year-old ICU nurse is dead after an encounter with federal agents, and the video tells a very different story than the government does.
Before we get to questions, I need to speak plainly about something that should stop every American in their tracks. Yesterday in Minneapolis, federal immigration agents killed another American citizen in broad daylight. His name was Alex Preddy. He was 37 years old. He was an ICU nurse, someone whose job was saving lives. Video shows him doing something he was trained to do, to help people. He was trying to reach over and help a woman in need when she was thrown to the ground by federal agents. And within seconds, federal agents threw him to the ground and fired a shot, not one, but a barrage of bullets into his body on a public sidewalk in America. The federal government claims the killing was justified. This nurse with nothing more than a cell phone in his hand, that he was trying to kill them. That's their story. But anyone who's seen this horrific video, multiple videos, knows that this is a shameless, bold-faced lie. This is not a threat that needed to be neutralized. It was a civilian exercising the free right to protest. And this is a continuation of a deadly pattern, a pattern of violence. It is well known that earlier this month, federal agents also shot a mother of three in the face when she just extended a greeting to him. 2 American families destroyed. Confidence in federal law enforcement shattered. At the same time, ICE agents are arresting children. A 5-year-old returning from preschool, using them as bait. A 2-year-old taken on the way home from a grocery store with her dad. Now we have children caught up in armed engagement, scooped off the street by masked men, while our federal leaders feed the false narratives instead of taking responsibility. But videos don't lie. And don't stop believing what your eyes tell you. Their cruelty, these incidences, what is going on and unfolding in the streets of America today, shocks the conscience of every human being with a heart. When federal agents use lethal force against civilians and then prevent state authorities from fully investigating, it violates the basic principles of a democracy. What it does is makes everyone feel unsafe. Everyone. Nationwide, over the last 13 months, ICE has detained hundreds of U.S. citizens, and dozens of people have died in their custody. Now, Donald Trump's handpicked leader of the Department of Homeland Security has proven to be unable and unwilling to follow the law to stop these killings. Kristi Noem has referred to these peaceful protesters as domestic terrorists and lied about the shooting victims being the aggressors. She told law enforcement officers to put on masks and military fatigues to basically treat the American public as the enemy. She has shown a profound disregard for human life and created a culture where people feel unrestrained in how they're handling encounters with the people in this country. Kristi Noem has forfeited her right to lead, and I'm calling on her to resign as Secretary of Homeland Security, or Donald Trump to do the right thing and just fire her. And if not, she must be removed or impeached. And Gregory Bovino, who has helped lead and defend and escalate these operations, should also be fired. It's a shame I have to say this in America, but no one is above the law. No one. Not an ICE agent, not a federal officer, not the President of the United States. And make no mistake, when these people who have abused the power entrusted to them by their offices are finally out of power, states, including New York, will hold them accountable. I'll have more to report on further actions the state of New York will be taking in the upcoming days. I'll take any questions.
New video from Minneapolis is raising urgent questions after federal immigration agents shot and killed Alex Prey, a 37-year-old American citizen and ICU nurse. According to Governor Kathy Hochul, Prey was attempting to help a woman who had been thrown to the ground by federal agents. Moments later, he was taken down himself and shot multiple times on a public sidewalk. Federal authorities claim the shooting was justified, alleging that Prey posed a deadly threat. But multiple videos show him holding a cell phone, not a weapon at the time of the encounter. Governor Hochul says this killing is not an isolated incident, but part of a broader pattern involving aggressive federal immigration enforcement. She pointed to previous cases, including the shooting of a mother of 3 and reports of children being detained during ICE operations. Hochul accused the Department of Homeland Security of spreading false narratives, blocking state investigations, and treating civilians, including protesters, as enemies. In a sharply worded statement, the New York governor called on DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to resign, saying her leadership has created a culture where federal agents feel unrestrained in their use of force. Hochul warned that when lethal force is used against civilians without transparency or accountability, public trust collapses and everyone becomes less safe. She made clear that states will not remain silent, adding that no one is above the law, not federal officers, not ICE agents, and not the president. As investigations continue, the video evidence remains central. And for many Americans, the question isn't just what happened, but whether accountability will follow. If you want clear, factual breakdowns of political moments that officials don't fully explain, subscribe and stay informed.